and I'll continue with the rest of you. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, Scott, you're up.
What's going on, everybody? Scott Shimamoto, Journey Mortgage Advisor. So tomorrow, we're actually doing a training for how to fix bad credit, how credit affects your loans. I think it's at 2 o'clock or something. It's a normal CBD training. What time is it, Kelvin, tomorrow? 2?
1.
1? Okay, well, whatever time it is. So like tune in. The guy is, his name is Adrian Casas, super good. I've seen him, like he's one of these credit guys that can actually fix credit. So hope to see you guys on Zoom tomorrow, whatever time it is. And you guys can learn all about that. All right, thanks a lot. Scott Shimamoto, Journey Mortgage Advisors.
Yay, thank you, Scott. Woo-hoo. Okay, and next we have Emma.
Good morning, everybody. Good to see all of you. It's been some time. Today, Sylvia asked me, I'm just going to talk about real brief. Kim with Pacific Coast Title. If you need any help, and I'll leave some flyers at the office, or I can also email some out. Just to touch really quick on homesteads. If anyone needs assistance with a homestead on their own house or a client, please feel free to contact me. And I'll leave the information here at the office. Just wanted to say hi and good to see all of you via Zoom. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, we created a lot of synergy here with affiliates. And now I have Angie Tang just walked in through the doors. Angie, you're next.
Where is everybody? Hi, everyone. It's Angie. This is so strange to me to see everybody online. I'm Angie Tang, Stewart Title. I'm here to help you grow your business. I'll make it short and sweet. We're at 4th quarter. It's time to farm. It's time to prospect. Please call me if you want those. Like if you're looking for a farm that has phone numbers or things like that, I have connections to be able to pull those for you. And they will be scrubbed with the do not call list. So I'm here to help you grow your business. Thank you guys. Angie Tang, Stewart Title. Bye.
Yay, thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Thank you very much for being here. And of course, and next who I have here first in line, well, I have John with Snap NHD. I'll have you go on first.
Thank you, Sylvia, Kelvin, and everybody. Great to see you. John Weiss with Snap NHD, Natural Hazard Disclosures for all your NHD tax and environmental needs. I do want to remind you that when you do order your NHD reports and then it's in a high or very high fire severity zone, you automatically have the fire hardening defensive space disclosure and addendum in the reports, so you don't have to search the CAR forms. And if you need more information, don't forget you can use the table of the snapshot and then go from the snapshot to the table of contents. It's a smart report. Click on that. It will take you to the explanation page. We do have the free renters report for your leases, and to help you with your buyers, the property tax estimator will tell you the full tax for next year and 1 to 2 supplemental taxes depending on what time of year it closes. So it's a really great tool to help you out with your clients. And if you're going on a listing appointment, order your NHD report. When you order your preliminary title, that way you have the information to answer any questions and inquire on anything you need to know before you take and while you take that listing. And if you want your NHDs right on, please call John and my information will be in the chat. Let's have a great meeting. And thank you, Sylvia and Kelvin, and thank you, team.
Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And next I have Nancy. Nancy, you're up.
Good morning, everybody. Nancy Chan, Lawyers Title, still with Lawyers, still with Title, haven't changed. The same person that will help you and has been helping you for your title needs. And thank you so much, Sylvia, Calvin. Thank you, Nancy Chan, Lawyers Title. Have a great day.
Thank you. You do the same. And next who I have here, I have Brandon. Brandon, you're up.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a fantastic week so far. I am Brandon Savransky with First American NHD, and I know we've talked a lot about fire season, but with all that rain, if you guys saw, Highway 1 got a big landslide that washed out the entire road. So we just want you to know that make sure that you look in your NHD report to see if you are in those landslide zones. And if you are in those landslide zones, a lot of that information, we have these great maps and a lot of mapping tools to see whether you're in those flood zones or those landslide zones. And then the other thing around this time as well is the tax report. And so a lot of the tax report information, whether it's those 1913 bonds or those Melrose taxes, those are in the NHD report. And a lot of people just look to the preliminary title report for a lot of that information, but the NHD report does have a lot of that great information in it. I'm always available. I'll put my info in the chat, and I hope everyone has a fantastic Halloween weekend. Can't believe it's already Halloween. And I know I'm not supposed to talk about this, but if you guys can please root for the Braves, we need your help.
We'll be brave and root for the Braves.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Olivia.
And thank you for the Halloween part. I'm wearing the autumn colors here to get the mood going on. Next, thank you so much. Next who I have here is Sandy. Sandy Franco, you're on.
Good morning, everyone. Sandy with First American Home Warranty. Hey, I just wanted to remind you guys, I'm getting a lot of orders and they're not mentioning ADUs. And I'm not always able to look up every single order before it gets placed because I don't place all of them. You don't want to be in a position where your client is not covered. If you have a transaction and it has an ADU that has a separate access, not from the main house, then it needs coverage for itself. Just call, text, or email me so we can make sure your clients are covered and they aren't put in a position where they're trying to place a claim where they don't have coverage. Okay, so let's all just work together to get this done right for your clients. I'll put my info into chat.
Great, thank you, Sandy. Next, I have Unita. Unita, you're up.
Good morning, everyone. Sylvia, you're wearing my color, the orange.
I know, I know. I love orange. I love pumpkin.
There we go.
I have Fiona over here with the pomegranates. I love pomegranates.
Halloween, if you think about Halloween, think about HWA, we're the orange company. 13 months home warranty still. We do have running the promotion until the end of the month. I do want to remind everyone because some of you have mentioned to me, where's my promotion? But I did not get it because you did not give me the email address or the phone number. So if you need to give me those two items for the promotion to be kicking in, okay? So I just want to remind everyone on that. And we're still 13 months, giving it 1 month free. And let me know how can we be able to help you. And roof leak repairs, if it needed to be done. I know it's gonna get hotter soon, but anybody that call in for the roof leak repair, we do have that coverage, the roof to be add on as an optional coverage. And sometimes right now, a lot of people have a pool and spa. They don't mention it on the RPA what they want. They just gave us X amount of dollars. Please let us know if you do have an AC that you needed, or pool and spa, or roof leak repair, or any other stuff like washer, dryer, refrigerator that need to be added as well. Thank you again and have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you again.
Thank you, you too. Go orange.
Yay.
Yeah. And I like to thank, let me see, is Mark here? I don't think I see Mark Wu. Mark, are you in? I think that's the last of our affiliates here. I recruited some of you over from Caravan. So I'd like to thank all of you for helping out and participating. Next, I'd like to go ahead and, before I hand it over to Kelvin, thank you, Arcadia agents, for being here. And I see more Temple City agents here as well. Thank you all for being here. Kelvin, you're up.
All right, thank you. And yes, that's a beautiful orange color on you, Sylvia. And wanted to celebrate a spooky Halloween for you guys. So I also got my little background going. Thank you all for being here at today's sales meeting and the affiliates. I appreciate you all here. Agents, you're in for a treat, not a trick. I got some updates for you. I want to share a little bit of cool stuff. So I'm still downloading our slides real quick. So let's go ahead and I'll start with, it's still downloading real quick. So there's gonna be a video right here, and I'm gonna start with a little inspiration right before that. You guys hear me okay, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, slides are up. And wow, we're already very close to Halloween. So want to celebrate and enjoy and with your children and family. Learn how to mute yourself. Today's inspiration we're going to talk about is regarding yourself. Your talent determines what you can do. Your motivation determines how much you're willing to do. And your attitude determines how well you do it. And when I think about this kind of quote and inspiration, I just really think it's totally true. I mean, some of us are given God-given talent on many different areas. And some people are athletic, some people are super smart, and you can't control necessarily all the talent that you were gifted from birth, but you can work on and you can improve yourself in so many different ways. So you can do that through your own motivation. And if you motivate yourself, if you want to be the best sales realtor out there, you want to have the best listing agent or buyer's agent or whatever the specialty you do, you need to be motivated and determined to really progress and overcome any lack of talent that you may or may not have. Maybe you have a fear of speaking or a fear of public, being in front of public or talking to a stranger, but you can overcome that. And that's how you do it, through your attitude. And if you can overcome your fear, or if you can be genuine and real and honest with integrity, and just really make sure you're prepared with the right attitude, you can do any job. You can do anything you want. So that's what we wanted to start off today with a little bit of a hope and inspiration. We're back open. Obviously, you can see that we've got the affiliates also joining us too. So we really want to start bringing people together again. And we're still going to practice our social COVID protocols. It is the final couple of months till the end of 2021. So I just want to put it there in front of you and remind you, we are starting to look at awards and making sure we can try to hit at least the 125,000 GCI level or 18 units sold. And that really puts you in the individual category for International Shooting Society and up. So it's really great. I'm so proud to announce that we're going to have double our awards winners this year as compared to 2020. So we're hopefully we can get some more of you guys breaking into the threshold. And this is the part where I'll go ahead and start with a little video link on Are Home Prices Still Going Up? This is from the Resource TV. And let me know if you guys do or do not see the video.
Don't see the video.
Video.
Yeah, see it now?
Yes.
All right.
Goldman Sachs economists now project that home prices will grow further by 16% by the end of 2022. My first reaction may be like yours, which was, oh, hell no. But the more we dug into this, the more we think it may actually be possible. They start off by saying, of all the shortages afflicting the US economy, the housing shortage might last the longest. Home prices are currently up 20% year over year. The boom in prices was spurred by tight housing inventory, low interest rates, and household migration patterns during the pandemic. Millennials buying first-time homes only has exacerbated the demand for housing. Okay, all that's true, but does that all equal another 16%? I mean, look at this run in housing since 2012. The very top of this graph would typically look like a tapering off or maybe even a retraction of some sort, but nope, the bull run seems to continue. They make another good point that hits home for me, stating, meanwhile, investors with cash on their hands are trying to hedge against inflation by purchasing hard assets like real estate, thus driving prices even higher. That's actually been true for me as well. I've been trying to do the exact same thing with the goal of 10 rental doors this year and 10 rental doors next year, but back to 16% growth. Lynn Kiefer touched on the Goldman Sachs forecast a bit last week, and we dug into this and we'll show you his findings. He opens with, the call seems to be a bit high compared to the recent consistent forecast for home prices. However, it's not that extreme, as we'll show you with a few graphs. He compares the 16% growth call to the recent 24% increase with an interesting graph. While 16% is high, it's actually a deceleration of about 8 percentage points. It goes back to a point that we made a few weeks back. The market is slowing down. We're merely going 90 miles per hour versus the 120 that we were. So 16% home price growth, while it seems and is high, it's actually slowing from 24% and actually in line with previous decelerations, as evidenced by this graph. Take a look at previous deceleration in 2005, going from 17.7% to 5.2% growth just 16 months later, a 12.5% deceleration in growth. And again, guys, in August of 2013, from 13.2% to 7.1% growth, again, just 16 months later, a 6.1% deceleration in growth. So while 16% growth by the end of 2022 seems crazy, especially after this insane run, it's actually possible and in line with other previous decelerations. It would be about an 8% deceleration, but still growing. Again, guys, the market was going 120 miles an hour. We're slowing down to only 90 miles an hour. This is actually really, really good perspective for realtors, lenders, home buyers, and home sellers. Share it with your teams. Share it on social. I'll know they'll appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right. So I like that video to kind of give us perspective on what's going on in the market today. So it's good to know that this is what one lender's perspective on the market goes. And I don't always rely on one source. So when you talk about doing some, analysis and trying to project the future, I wanted to give you the latest update from CAR regarding the September 2021 sales and price report. And a lot of the things that the lender Resource TV was speaking about actually kind of shows to be true here in the market of California and Los Angeles as well. So if we notice a couple of different things, obviously you can see here on the active listings, you can see there's been a huge shortage of listings going active in the MLS year to year. And this is the same thing in showing that trend in which there was a crisis and shortage, extreme crisis and shortage all throughout. The most was starting around May 2020 all the way till May of 2021. It was the tightest market for inventory. And year to year at this point right now, we're roughly minus 10% year to year here in September, which we normally would have from last September, a little bit more listings. So in terms of home sales themselves, when you look at the chart, we sold 438,000 units in September. And ultimately, this is also dipping to a 14-month low here in August. So home sales were strong. It's just a lack of inventory. If we had more inventory, we would have higher number of units sold. And I do see there are going to be more units coming available in the near future. It's just a matter of when. When we talk about pending sales, they did dip by double digits again, which is 14% year to year change. So there's less of those active listings, and there's also less of them going into escrow. So it's really showing that there's not as much volume going on. And the median price home is $808,000 in California. And it's very close to its peak. So we are basically near peak values. Sales to list price ratio are still getting very, very strong activity. So the buyer demand is still prevalent all throughout our market in California, with an average sales to list price ratio of most listings going active are selling 102% above that asking price. And this is one of the lowest levels in 7 months. So prior months, it could have been 102.5%, 103%. So it's starting to show that the offers and the list price to asking price ratios, it could be a couple of different things. Either A, home sellers are raising their prices to a more of a higher market rate, or it could also mean too, that because of the lowest sales list price ratios, there's not 30, 50 offers on that home as much as it was before, / there wasn't as many people going as frenetic and as crazy on the amount that they're offering. They're probably putting in something more like, maybe $5,000, $10,000 over asking versus $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 over asking, which we experienced during this very tight crunch in the past May to May of 2021. So the key bullet points, just to make this market update, the highlights of what's going on in the housing market in the United States, just like in California. We can see here that the low interest rates are continuing to be the primary motivating factor, fueling the demand as well as the high prices, because they could borrow the money relatively still attractively, 3%, 3.25%. But not as not as great as it was when it was under 3 last year. So there is some announcements or some people in the Federal Reserve watching and planning to taper beginning in November. What does tapering mean? The interest rates are likely to climb a little bit before the end of the year. Not too dramatically. Tapering is to do a subtle, very soft rate hikes. So to me, I'm just saying, the supply obviously seasonally does shrink during this holiday season of November and December. So we may see low active listings and also a continuing low amount of properties going into escrow, because not as many people are in the market right at this moment shopping, because a lot of the people are motivated by schools or getting them into this and this and that. So that demand is always still there, but it is shrinking a little bit. We can see that the home sales bounced back in September, and that's a good signal showing that the housing market is rebounding, showing that there's 7% month over month in most regions all throughout. So that's just telling us, hey guys, there's still a lot of interest and demand where buyers believe real estate and having a home is important, and it is a priority, and people are willing to put money for their home. So there's just a tight supply. That's really what's causing this upward pressure on the prices. If you had more listings and more people willing to sell, more people moving out of California, that could lead to better or softer pricing. But at this point now, I don't foresee Los Angeles being an area where people want to, there's still strong demand. LA is globally known to be a place to be. So as we see mortgage rates climb to a 6-month high, that's kind of deterring some buyers who maybe they were FHA and they qualified at a very attractive levels. But once they start, putting that 0.25% higher, as we experienced, or 0.5%, because some people were getting 2.3, 2.4% many months ago. So obviously right now at a 6-month high of 3.09%, that just deters a marginal amount of buyers. And that just shows to us the best interest rates is now in the past. We've already are beyond the historical lows. So I do see that it's not a surprise. The Fed has been telling us they're going to be tapering the interest rates slightly up. And we're going to see this trend continue over the next year. We don't know exactly when, but there is some Fed plans. And this is also preparing for the stimulus tapering as well. So tapering on the stimulus means they're going to start to taper to have more of a normal economy, whereas the government is no longer going to be providing as much benefits, support, and financial assistance to all the families during this pandemic. So our Jerome Powell just mentioned there's a possibility we're going to need to raise rates sooner to prevent inflation from spiraling out of control. I've already mentioned this, guys. This is called hyperinflation. They're watching this, monitoring this very closely to see if, because a lot of the stimulus and the money that's been printed to help out and support businesses and families and child tax monthly support assistance, and there's also less what's called the government unemployment. So they're starting to now cut some of those off. So as we see these taper down, people having them forced to go back to work, this is going to kind of show to us what's going on, and I'm interested to see what's going on in terms of inflation. But for now, we're still at a watch and wait and see kind of mode right now. So we start seeing the housing start to dip as the market faces some supply constraints. And that just really means especially in California, there is permits for privately owned housing also on a decline, meaning less people are asking and requesting permits to build ADUs on a month-to-month basis. So we just letting you know that we have a fixed supply of housing and not as many people builders building because of this. Could be coupled by a couple of different things, but primarily I could tell you the people looking to build or remodel or build that ADU. Part of this decline is because the costs of the supply of materials, goods, copper, wood, steel, and many of the stuff we need for building a house are at a tight supply chain issue where many warehouses and suppliers don't have the inventory, or they gotta double the pricing because there's so much demand and not enough containers being able to deliver their goods. So that's gonna show to us as long as we continue to have a supply constraint and transportation issues with our containers of global shipments, we're going to continue to have high remodeling costs. Okay. The pace of hiring in California is losing momentum. There's lots of businesses out there. It doesn't matter, service industry, retail, business, offices, corporations. So many businesses and are trying to find new workers, and not as many people are going back to work, or they have high standards of their own living style. Maybe a lot of people, I'd say a good majority of people who are used to working from home or used to being and collecting unemployment, they're not very motivated to go back to work and work a 9-to-5 job and follow a strict schedule that employers prefer. So there's small gains in the employment sector. There's not a lot of new jobs being available, but I do see personally a lot of help wanted signs and a lot of companies looking for new skilled labor. So jobs have been lost during the pandemic. They estimate around 2.7 million jobs were lost. And the unemployment rate remains unchanged now at 7.5% in California. Just so you know, as a threshold, a healthy economy, unemployment should be under 5%. Okay, so we're still above what our goals are as an economy. And lastly, I just want to talk about the housing supply tightens up for the final months of 2021. We talked about this already, but new active listings are expected to shrink as homeowners put their selling plans on hold. Guess what, guys? No one wants to move during Christmas and Thanksgiving. They want to celebrate, they want to have family time, and obviously it's too cold. We have shorter days and the nights come sooner. So it just makes a lot of people not unmotivated to sell at the moment if they don't have to, even though it's still a great market right now. I'm consulting sellers that because of this tight inventory, let's put the property in the market. Even though not as many buyers out there and not as much sales, guess what? I can overcome that. I can get you a high price. I can get the activity you need because there's not much to compete against. So over the next week, we're going to have probably one of the smallest inventories on the market in the last 15 months. So we're going to see the same amount of listings. My question, hey, in terms of Caravan at Arcadia, Sylvia, do you happen to know how many listings were on the Caravan sheet?
9.
Only 9. Okay.
Yeah, and there was more affiliates and there was any agents there. So it was really nice to see our affiliates there. And that's why I kind of had a little caravan over through our doors. BPT going strong. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. And 9 listings on Caravan, that is reflecting a tight inventory as well, because normally we saw 20 plus listings. Sometimes at Caravan we had 50 listings during the heyday. So it's interesting to kind of just follow and watch and monitor. Let me get back into the next slides. Any questions on the forecast? No questions, but really good report there, Kelvin. I appreciate all the numbers out there. I do see that, there's still listings out there, but the tightness of the offers is not as heavy anymore.
Yep.
And I do see that a lot of the experienced listing agents are handpicking the buyer's agents as well. They want
Yep.
something they can manage easier, and I can totally understand that. So managing the overload is very big. A lot of agents that are not as active or full-time, they get a little bit overwhelmed. So having a game plan and listing with the listing agent and how they're going to work together narrows a lot of those options. Also, being a contender is very important. Our agents, we're very fortunate that our agents here are very well organized and they submit a complete package. I see them go to you, come to me, they call Mark. So the buyers, agents can learn a lot from the process also of the elimination. So I see a lot of good in coming out of it, and also prepare for the unexpected. We prepare a lot here for the unexpected, so I appreciate that too. So all we can ever do is lay out the offers and, make it make sense for the seller and meet their goals and guide them with our expertise.
Mhm.
So with that said, that's something I just wanted to share back with you.
Thank you. That's a great update because I agree that in general, generally speaking, I agree with everything you said. The market isn't as crazy as before. People aren't throwing 100 or 200 over asking, and there's less than, we're not dealing with 30 different multiple offers. Maybe it's more like 5 or 10 or less. And everything is case by case. Just keep that in mind. Okay, my buyers, I just showed a property over this past week, and the property was listed at 1.175 million. Okay, my client says, they're prepared. They go, this is a good home. It should be worth more. My client wrote an initial offer at 1.275 million, and we reduced our contingency periods and this and that. We gave a very strong offer, 100K over asking, and we get a multiple counter back. Okay, so I call the listing agent up and how many people to send it to, this and this and that. And their multiple counter offer said this: price to be 1.35 million, no loan contingency, no appraisal contingency, inspection period to be 7 days, or no, it was 10 days. Inspection could be to 10 days, no termite, no repairs, nothing. Okay. And so I presented to my buyer, and then my buyer goes ahead and says, we want this property. Let's just do the terms. And I said, I cannot recommend or I cannot suggest you to remove your loan contingency up front. And that's very, very tough. So I told them, well, the worst case scenario, if loan's not working out, this and this and this, we can cancel based on the inspection contingency, but we need to be able to cancel within the first 10 days. But I don't recommend removing that loan contingency. My client says, I'm confident. I talked to my lender. Anyway, we did the acting against broker advice. We signed the form. He gave them everything they wanted from the seller. 1.35, they gave them, so that's 175,000 over asking. Non-contingent offer except for the 10-day inspection contingency. No loan, no appraisal contingency. Guess what? We didn't get it. We didn't get it. Okay, we gave them everything on their counter offer, and then we didn't get it. So that kind of just tells you the market could be still hot in some areas, or maybe that as the listing agent just put a really, really low price. Okay, so that's why you do your homework and knowing what the market value is. It doesn't matter. I don't care what the asking price is. I had to give my buyer comps to show him that, yeah, 1.35 is normal in this market, even though I told them that, it's very tough to do and meet all these terms. I said, if you give them these terms, I said, I feel that, you should get it. But at the end of the day, he knows it's not my fault. I guess the other buyer, when I found out later, the other buyer had a really high down payment and met all those terms too. Okay. So
it's not
just
personal.
It's not personal. He gave me a personal call to let me know that we were runner-up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So sales meeting is still going on. Next in 2 weeks, we'll have the next one as well. And I do have a commercial series class going on as well. So tomorrow, 10/28, 2 p.m., we got American Credit Repair. They're going to talk to us really about credit mastery. A lot of our people and clients don't know how to fix their credit. And there is strategies to help them bump them 50, 100 basis points on the credit report. And it just takes a couple of different things. So there are specialty people. This could be make or break for a loan. This could be make or break between you getting 3.25% versus 3%. There's different ways and reasons why you do want to make sure your credit is repaired or fixed to help you get to the higher, stronger threshold. And it's not a high expense. So if you want to look and learn how American Credit can do this for your clients, especially if you're on that borderline, you just need to boost yourself 20 points. That's easy. Okay, it can get done. So join us for that class tomorrow. And this was our past class, part 1 of commercial real estate. I did this last week on October 19th. Great class. A lot of you guys were well attended and learned a lot. And I couldn't even finish all of the bullet points I wanted to share regarding the letter of intent. And so I'm going to continue on the financials. I'm going to continue on the commercial property income versus potential analysis and get into what's called preparing you to do some strong financials and analysis on interpreting data that's provided by the landlord and how to pull my own data to cross-reference what their asking price or goals are to determine whether or not it's realistic. So if you want to learn this, I'm going to continue on with part 2 of commercial fundamentals, 2 o'clock to 3:30 on November 2nd. I'm doing this live for my students, and it's specifically geared towards in-person training, but I still will have the Zoom link on just to have a recording available for those of you who live far away and or not full-time. So if you want to learn, I'm going to also ask and invite Sitong Laura Liu to join us and experience and share about her experience in commercial sales and leasing and business opportunities. And I believe Amy Toe from the Arcadia manager is also Arcadia manager is going to also join us and share a little bit about her commercial sales in doing a couple of things right here locally. So it'll give us a spotlight on Amy and her experience. She sold an office building on Las Tunas, right near Maine. And that was a professional 2-story office building. And she also sold the Huntington Drive H Mart. And I want her to share her experience dealing with a big super shopping market and how she did that over there on Huntington Drive. And the difficulties she faced on that one. So everything's good. I want to go ahead and let you know and give you that reminder. And I'll be covering a good portion of the financials part. To get you up to speed for part 2, don't forget, you should watch the video for part 1. The link is here. It's not publicly shared. This is only through the link here or through the email I sent you guys last week. And I'm going to continue part 2, talk to you about the letter of intent and structuring these deals. But again, I prefer you guys, if you really want to learn the best, come live because I'm going to be talking to the audience, not necessarily to the Zoom attendees. Okay, any questions on that? Make sure you look at last week's email because I have homework assignments that will prepare you for part 2 of the commercial fundamentals. And we do have some Arcadia board classes going on. That was last week's. We do have, just check the calendar on the Arcadia board for the slides. The new RPA is available for us to start learning. They do have live classes you can start signing up for, and I'll show you how to find it. Or if you want to watch the YouTube video one, there is one right here by a attorney, Ed Estes, talking about the RPA. But let me go ahead and stop sharing this and show you where you can sign up for the live class, because I personally prefer live classes because I get to ask questions to the attorneys or to the expert. So just go ahead and I'm gonna start sharing my screen. And I go into my search box, and if you belong to the Arcadia board or you belong to the West San Gabriel board or whichever board you belong to, just go ahead and go to the calendar of events. They're all going to start putting together these classes. And I'm going to show you two things regarding classes and events. Okay. All right, so the register to attend link right here. And right here, we got the understanding and completing the new RPA. October 29th, Friday, 3-hour class. It's totally free for you. And instructor Ed Estes is doing it again, okay? So you do have, for you rookie agents out there, November 4th, I have an accepted offer. Now what? You have escrow, title, mortgage, and all these different companies speaking as a panelist, giving you some great tips what to do when you're getting into real estate and how that transaction progresses from A to Z. I definitely encourage you to take a refresher course on that. Don't forget the Tech Tuesday series are really great. So this is how to create a Facebook business page for you realtors out there looking to, make sure your friends and sphere of influence know that you're in real estate. I've heard a lot of great comments on our Tech Tuesday classes here at the board. It's a great speaker with great content, and it's absolutely free to you. And the AAR is paying a high expense for each classes. YPN is doing a paint night if you want to just paint and do some cool networking. And you can see here, just make sure you check on the calendar, because if you missed the other one, there's another class here for the RPA, which I actually prefer Joel Carlson. He is a very great speaker. So if you want to take Joel Carlson's class, he's doing the virtual RPA class training as well. So that's on November 15th. Sign up and learn about anything else you want on the schedule. So that's the classes from the board level. Thank you, Jessica Chen. She emailed me last week when I gave her the homework assignment for commercial. She says, I can't find the YouTube video. So the Arcadia Association, I just learned that they did take down their YouTube channel because they did not want to share their content to everyone. They wanted this to be a member benefit. And so I asked questions behind the scenes to the committees, and I found out that our videos for YouTube are still available, but they're on demand and you have to just get and make a request. So if you wanted to watch the letter of intent class for the homework for commercial real estate, I'll just give you an example. You can just go into the on-demand station right here, click on videos, and there's different videos available. You want to watch the market update or economic update from Jordan Levine, you can go here. Economic issues, financial tips, cool classes. Now, I think they got to update their scenes, but you can make a request for the letter of intent class. And if you want to watch it, just let me know. I'll make sure that she provides us the link. But they need to just verify you're a member. That's the only one thing that they're requesting to get that access. Okay. All right. So let's get back into the slides. If you want to know about rent control by city, these are recently updated in September 29th. Oh, no, anyway, they had a recent update and they updated the cities that do have a rent control ordinance in place. So when I say check by the city, check by the county, check by the state, ordinances regarding any notices or evictions against the tenant or actions against the tenant, make sure you double check in specific cities and use this link. It's right here when you click on the slides. I'll keep this up in future slides. And whenever the landlord tells me I want to take action, I tell them to use this link over here, housing is key, to let the landlords know what actions or inactions they can or cannot do at this period of time right now, especially in LA County that they have a moratorium. I shared an article last 2 weeks ago. So just check LA County's website regarding no evictions and that was extended to January 2022. And always follow my YouTube channel for my videos and recordings if you miss a class. A lot of you guys are using Rent Spree. Great. It's helpful to you, and just so you don't have to answer too many questions from all of the tenants that ask questions, and prevent the risk of liability. And like our pages so you can see all our latest content and listings and updates and all that cool stuff. Let's get into our new listings, guys. Just want to share with you our new listing over here with Nancy Liu. Congratulations. This is a 909,000 Rancho Cucamonga single family home on a nice 8,400 plus lot. Very large, 2,800 square feet, looks great, and looks all the Nancy listings are definitely always priced right and really ready to go. Very good. Congratulations, Nancy. And Joy Lee, she's got a nice, beautiful listing here in Pasadena at 1.588. And don't forget 888. 930 Seco Street, Pasadena, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, great price, 2,650 square feet for a large lot, 10,000 plus. So talk to Joy if you have anyone looking in Pasadena. Michael Liu has 3040 Wally Leaf Court in Paris. This is huge, 3,700 square feet on a nice 7,000 plus lot. Only $633,000, guys. If you divide that price per square foot, that's under the cost of construction today. This should fly off the shelves because if any builder was trying to duplicate and build this from ground up, you're going to spend more than $633,000. I can guarantee you that right now. So, Michael, this is going to sell, even if it's in the city of Paris. Snyder Lane, Monterey Park. Excellent property and listing right here in the hills of the prestigious hills of Monterey Park, 1.78 million. And this is I just showed a property here a couple months ago. This listing and these pricing, this is a tri-level, gorgeous views right there by Atlantic Boulevard. And you can kind of see the mountains and nice community up in the Ridgecrest area by Sequoia Park. Henry, I'm going to call you on this because I have a client still looking here. Jackson Wong, 14602 Demanda Road, La Mirada. 3 beds, 2 baths, 749,000. This is a new listing for sale. 8,100 nice lot. Nice little curb appeal photo. Congratulations, Jackson, on your new listing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steve Hang. He's got a listing right by my old house. So this is for lease on Willard Avenue, San Gabriel. 4 bedrooms, 2.75 baths, only 3,000 a square month. That is really, really inexpensive for any tenants looking to buy in North San Gabriel. I say this is going to fly off the shelves. I don't know the interior condition, Steve, but this is a good price. It's only $1.50 a square foot. Min Win has a new listing in Yucaipa. Coming soon, 12635 7th Street, 588,000, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1,438 square feet. And this is a 1.4 acres. Wow, in Yucaipa for sale. I hope that's correct. Great job, Min. That's coming soon. Danny High has 2103 Hobart Boulevard in Los Angeles. Gorgeous home. I'm so excited for Danny's new listing. He's telling me all about it. $3.5 million for a nice 12,000 lot, 4,500 plus square feet. This is a huge property, very well maintained. Talk to Danny if you have anyone looking in the west side for Los Angeles. A nice, beautiful home right here. Nice tiled roof, built very, very well. And Melissa Chang coming soon. She's got a couple of listings to share. This one's in Walnut, single family house. 3 minutes walking distance to Walnut Elementary, and it's 850 Camden Avenue in Walnut. So if you have any questions or clients, it's coming soon on the market, I think in a week. But double check it with Melissa.
Hello?
And Melissa, are you on here, call?
Yes,
Oh, okay. You want to pitch anything about it?
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the Walnut, we almost done the renovation. This week should be last week, and the next, I think coming soon next weekend, I want to do the open house. So if any agent has buyers, you want to show the property, and then I'm gonna put a lockbox there, and then you can be there, you can show in, but you need to text me. I don't know the price. Probably maybe later this weekend, I should get a price from the seller, okay? Because they are still calculating the cost for the renovation. This property is very, very good location for the past 5 years. I think I purchased, helping the client purchase from 2015. They are rented for 2,600, and then the tenants move out. They didn't increase the price. I think the lease could be 3,200, something like that in that area, because down the road you can walk 2 minutes to Walnut Elementary School. 5-bedroom, 2 baths. There is a room which is actually Jack and Jill, so you can close the slide and it's become 2 rooms, open become just 1. It's very, very good. Okay.
Great.
And
Thank you,
last
Melissa, for sharing that one. That one is the new listing coming soon and remodeled condition, guys. So they're going to redo the kitchen, new paints and some stuff, other stuff. And don't forget, there is bonus square footage around approximately 400 square feet. That's bonus in sunroom. So that's cool. It's going to be much larger than that. Walnut's still very attractive and hot area. And we got another listing over here in San Gabriel, 5352 Delta. So coming soon. Talk to us about, Melissa, about your single family.
Yeah, this single family actually occupied by the owner. The owner want to sell it and move to the other city. And when we do the open house, they will go outside, but still owner occupied. And the land is very big, in San Gabriel. Right now is very promising. So this land has been approved for addition. I think the owner tried to apply for addition in the back, but she never did it. Okay.
Yeah.
There is 3-bedroom, 2.5 baths, 1,500 square feet. And they have a paid solar on the top of roof. You can see the solar is recently new, is paid off already. Very good, convenient location. Walk down to the street, you can go to Broadway. And then not far away from San Gabriel Boulevard, also connect to Temple City. School district is San Gabriel. Yeah. I don't know the price. I should know this week. I'll let you know. If you're interested in it, you can text me or call me later.
Yeah, just even though they haven't built the ADU or got the permits, just because you have the lot size and you have a nice location, guess what? I mean, you always have that potential. Okay, so that's what that's a selling point. And
how big is the lot, Melissa?
It's 7,500. Yeah, 7,507.
Okay, thank you.
Talk to Melissa if you have any other questions offline. Your new listing for Sabrina, 448 Oakland Avenue for lease. It's a 600 square feet, 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo. And talk to her if you got anyone interested in this new listing. And Sylvia, you want to talk about your new listing over here in Daleview, El Monte?
Sure. Thank you very much, Calvin. So I put that on literally like at 11:59 p.m. last night, and I already had a call at 5 a.m. I sold this beautiful double wide, almost 1,500 square foot mobile home with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2 very large baths. And it has the carport on the side. And the location on this is right at the corner facing the mountains. House. I sold it almost 3 years ago for $179. It's on the market now for $249, and the numbers are coming in pretty high. The rent space there is $800, a little under $820 a month. It's a very clean park. It's very well maintained, nicely managed. Yeah, you're interested, please give me a ring.
Great. Awesome to hear. And selling a mobile home is great to have in your repertoire. So I know you sold quite a few in Daleview. So awesome, Sylvia. And Edgar, he's got a new listing over here. This is for sale. $750,000, 5 beds, 2 baths, 1,500 square feet, single family on 5354 Fair Valley Avenue. Good job, Edgar. Very, very excited for his success this year. And want to congratulate Min Win. This is 2127 Sunrise Drive. Apologize for the photo right now, but it's basically vacant land. 1.34 acres, 75,000 in the city of Thermal, which I have no clue where Thermal is. But if you have anyone looking for some land for 75,000, maybe they want to, anyway, I'm not going to make any joke on this, but anyway, that's a very, very easy price for them to afford. And closings, we got our closers, Margaret Lee and Henry Liu. They just closed over here on Badillo Street, Baldwin Park. Maybe I should invite you guys over to join us for the commercial class because they're killing it. This is almost 1 acre lot where you have a 10,040 square foot. It looks like it's light industrial right here. It might be something for tear down, but this sold for 2.45 million. And definitely nice location in Baldwin Park. Jerry Ho just closed over here in Fairview Avenue, Arcadia. And he's a rock star agent, just sold this one at $880,000 for this PUD. Pretty good price in Arcadia. Laura Liu, she's gonna just close on 422 Route 66 in Glendora. This condo sold for $658,000, and just very happy and excited for her sale as well. And look forward to her. She's doing a resi commercial. She does great. So excited to look forward to her next week as she shares her commercial experience. Daniel Wong just closed over here in La Cañada, Flint Ridge. She's got a 1/4 acre lot. That's $200,000. Looks like it's primed for development. And hey, $200,000 for any La Cañada, Flint Ridge. That's a great price because the schools here are one of the best in Los Angeles County. Congratulations to Fiona Zoe. She's here right now watching a sales meeting. She just sold her first listing ever, and I'm just so excited for her success. She hit the seller's goals and sold it over asking and did an excellent job. No issues. 4836 Ryland Avenue. Very smooth sale, a smooth sale. And this one's only 1,023 square feet, guys, but she still got a very good price for her client. So excited for her early success, Fiona. Congratulations.
Yay, Fiona.
Sylvia just closed 9626 Broadway in Temple City. 2 beds, 1 bath, 730 square feet for this property over here. Congratulations, you got this one done right just down the street from us. So good job, Sylvia.
Well, you know, it was very easy, Kelvin. It was listing agent was one of our very own, Annis Chow, and Annis is dynamite. Very easy, no drama, just let's do this. Came through and we made a blend. I did get a ticket on the street, so I'll help pay my ticket on the street.
I'm sorry you got a parking ticket. Guys, you got to read the signs. Look at when they street sweep, because there are 1 day a week where the city might give you and issue fines. So I'm so sorry to hear, but it's cost of doing
Okay.
business.
I'm appealing it.
Use it as a write-off.
That's right. Wish me luck.
So she also, if you guys notice, the address is the same, 9626 Broadway. And that's because immediately after Annis helped her client purchase the entire 5-unit complex for 2.35 million, this property is now she's helping the owner get it leased out, getting market rate, and helping the client improve their financial fundamentals. When you have any income property, the more you increase the rents, the income, the more it's going to have its future value. So great job, Annis. And 120 Greenleaf Drive in Walnut, condo just sold right now by Laura Sitong Liu. Great newer build condominium with 1980 square feet, 4 beds, 4 baths. Great job, Laura. And she also has been busy selling over here in West Covina. You're going to see a trend, guys. She's on fire this year. 511 Avington Avenue. West Covina, 4 beds, 2 baths, 1,500 square feet, 850,000. Great job. I don't know how she does it because she's always busy. I don't know how Sylvia, I don't know how you do it, but you just closed on Palmetto, 1031 Ontario, 2 beds, 2.5 baths. Anything you want to share regarding your Palmetto transaction and Carmelita?
Oh, Lord. That's gonna take a whole hour class, but just a little tidbit. It was a contingency on a contingency on a contingency, which was not planned to be that way. But on Palmetto, my client came in with no money down. They had 45 offers. And I mean, I had hope. I never lost hope for my client. He's a veteran. I submitted the offer, started a good rapport with the listing agent. The listing agent says, I gotta be honest with you, Sylvia, you're coming in with no money down and I have offers with 50% down. So the listing agent said to me, Sylvia, why don't you write a letter to my seller coming from you? And I said, well, since you're asking, I will do that, but don't shame me for any, fair housing violations. I'm going to be honest about their story. You're asking me to do it, I'll do it. I get a call later that night, says the sellers chose your clients. They got the offer accepted. They had no money. One of the counters was they needed to come in with $4,000. My clients had no money to put down. I go back to the San Bernardino listing on Carmelita, and I said to the buyer, I need you to release some of your money so my buyer can go ahead and buy their house so you can buy their house. So it was kind of like that. It was a ripple effect. They pre-released $4,000. Long story short, the clients got it. So this led to maybe 3 or 4 sales. So it worked out perfect.
And yeah, it's a good and bad thing, guys, but it takes a great orchestrator, when you see to kind of manage everyone during high emotions. I don't know if you've ever experienced something like this where your buyer has to sell their property and that buyer needs to sell their property and that buyer didn't remove their contingency yet or they're having delays. It causes a ripple effect, exactly like Sylvia said.
Yes.
These transactions, yes, it looks great on paper. Oh, you close this, you're so successful. But guess what? To get to that level, to the sold, you have needed to have multiple phone calls and nightmares and what's going on with the delay, negotiating per diems, negotiating penalties on the other end, transferring this and this, getting people on the same page, multiple escrow officers dealing with, some are good, some are bad, multiple lenders who had been switched, not your clients, but maybe other people's. It's a nightmare, but finally coming to the light at the end of the tunnel where it became a huge, proud moment that I saw everything work out.
Yes, so Kelvin, I'd like to add also, there was a couple of agents that got fired, brokers got fired. There was a lot, and yeah, to put it mildly, I really appreciate your moral support and giving me back some emotional intelligence because I needed it. Thank you.
So that puts a point where can a buyer fire their buyer's agent? And in this instance, because that buyer was getting a delay, they did terminate, and then the listing broker had to be replaced by the manager of the office. And so that happened in her sale. But luckily that manager got things done and it finally went to a close. Yeah. So Sam Chow, congratulations to him. He just sold on this. I think this is 8 Calle del Sol, Phillips Ranch, 3-bed, 3-bath, 648,000. He's a rookie agent, but guess what, guys? He's already done 3 deals this year. And he just signed up with us 4 months ago. So I'm so excited to see Sam. He's working along with Angel as a team. So talk to him if you want to learn or know anything, because I know he's going to be great in the future. He's already working on different things here and there. So any other coming soons or needs and wants? I have a couple other announcements I want to share really quick. And give me a second. Any other things that you're looking at? Questions?
I'd like to add, Kelvin, I just booked November 9th, Tuesday, to teach the RPA here at the office. So I'm taking one of your training Tuesdays to go ahead and teach the RPA class.
Okay.
our calendar is getting booked. And we're getting very excited, and there's so much going on and so much to teach our agents. So I have a good relationship with our receptionist, so she kind of helped bump you off so I can get in.
Okay. Oh, well, just lastly, just want to say happy birthday to my wife. Today's her birthday, and we're so
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
so very excited to
Happy
celebrate.
birthday, dear cat. Happy birthday to you.
Saying happy birthday, baby.
Happy
So
birthday.
she truly is very sweet to my soul and so dear to my heart. I can't believe I get to spend every day loving you.
Oh,
You're an
Kevin.
incredible woman, and I'm one lucky man. So
Oh,
we're
Yes, you are.
thanks, guys.
thank you.
We just bought a house, so we're gonna be moving. So
What?
celebrate.
Housewarming.
We're closing escrow today on our birthday, so just doing a little remodel.
Wow.
Wow. Where are you moving?
Congratulations. And then kicking it off to your birthday, the big 4-0 next month, Kelvin. Sorry, I put it out
Oh,
there.
I'm yes, officially over the hill, huh?
No, you're not. You're just a baby.
Thanks everyone for being here. Went a little over a schedule, 11:10. Thanks for being patient. I hope to be in front of you next week, and I'll be training and still doing a lot of stuff for you guys. And if you have any support needs, just give us a call. We're available for you. Thank you all.
Kelvin, I want to end it with this note. It is Philanthropy Month. So because it's Philanthropy Month, we're going to go ahead and support a charity here in our office for battered women. So we're going to go ahead and be collecting clothing and hygiene products and things like that. So everybody welcome to come by and donate as much as you can. Help us be hopeful and be grateful. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay, and I think I just had one final slide to share. I gotta find it real quick. It was just to celebrate. Happy Halloween. So as you go outside and you go out there with your family, just wanted to say, be safe and enjoy the time. And don't forget to have fun, guys. A lot of people are too shy to like, oh, I don't want to dress up, or they feel like kind of ashamed. This is the one day a year where you get to go crazy, have
That's
fun,
right.
be
I'm
wild,
dressing up.
be scary, be spooky, be whatever you want.
Jael's
Your
dressing up.
secret life or your secret thoughts, you can do whatever, and everyone thinks it's okay. So enjoy the time with the family. We're gonna go do a little bit of a trick-or-treating for Brady. I think he'll enjoy that as well. I hope he gets to wear his costume because he doesn't like it at all. But anyway, we'll work with that. Thanks, you guys. Have a great week.
Thank you. Peace, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Kat.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. You're welcome.
Bye, Kat. Bye, Calvin.